Ludwig, Ludwig, Ludwig. Oh my god, this is like take 10. I said Ludwig like 10 times already. If you didn't know, Ludwig is basically being targeted for defending Ethan Klein by saying it was not Ethan's fault for Creator Clash being ruined, which I agree with. I think that shit was fucking done with to begin with. But let me push that aside real quick. Okay, let me just move that for a bit and say this. I am reacting to content you've most likely already seen. Content you've already seen from some other channel. Content that has been seen plenty of times enough, and you don't need to watch this video. But here's something that I will say for now, for the future. Yes, I am a content creator reacting to something that every other low sub content creator is reacting to, simply for the sake of being in the known, for being relevant, for saying something else that everybody else is saying that you've already heard plenty of times. Well, here's something different. I want to be watched for not the content I react to, but for me. I want to be watched because I myself can be someone worth watching and not just the shit I watch. I hope that made sense. So if you're watching this because I guess I'm someone worth watching and I'm someone who's entertaining enough to not waste your time, thank you. And also, I do plan to make original content, more in-depth content with more edits in the future. After my trip to Korea to visit my family, I will be back and I will be pretty much making that original content I'm talking about. Because there is shit that I want to make and create simply from me, from my honest passions to learn more about things, to express my passions for things, and just simply talk about it or play games. You know, I do want to make some in-depth edit videos about, you know, the games that I play, the games that I like, the games that I love. Because I think at the end of the day, I'm not someone who personally likes to react to drama so much, but I will talk about it for the sake of, you know, having something out there and being more in that algorithm. But I want my main meat to be like shit that I like, shit that I actually like to do. So when I'm back, I'll still be reacting to like known drama shit, but I will be reacting to things that I like personally, like industry game drama, you know, bad companies, some real online shit that I just think is interesting, and I really want to learn more. Because here's the thing. I'm in college right now, and I am pretty much considering journalism. While my degree will be mass comms, journalism is still in that category. So the more I learn about this game industry shit, the more I can be talking about and writing about these things in a way that isn't controlled by some company saying the things that they want journalists to say. Man, that sounds a lot like, you know, fans controlling a content creator because a content creator does not want to be disliked. But not just that, I want to be, you know, talking about the games that I play, that I love, and making edited videos about my playthroughs too. You know, I think this new Ghost of Something game is coming out soon. I'll play it, and I definitely want to make a video on it too. But that'll be fucking sick. And I will be streaming more. I'll be streaming a lot more too. While my first priority is creating things I'm passionate about and honest about, I do need money. I do. And no, I'm not advertising some Patreon right now. I'll do that later, I guess. But I realize that I can't do these things without money. So as someone, you know, who is trying to build a channel, yes, with full transparency, yes, I need money to do these things. I do. So, you know, I got some job going on right now, and I'm just, you know, hopefully I'll put good use to that career I'm talking about in college for an actual job, which will be honestly kind of exciting, I guess, because I didn't really think I'd be someone who would be interested into writing things. You know, in English, I hated those classes back in like elementary to middle school. But in high school and then later on, I was like, man, I got some shit to say. I got some shit to talk about, and I got some shit to just put my mind on paper or on a Google Doc to clear my mind. And then it's only, you know, there from to here. So here I am now. But man, I completely forgot what my point was. What was I gonna say? I don't fucking remember shit. Wow. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I mean, basically, I'll be doing more original shit soon when I'm back from my trip. And if you think that's something worth staying for, if you think it's worth seeing my journey from this, you know, low subcontent creator to something that creates more impactful, you know, videos and something worth saying and takes worth giving, subscribe. You know, I think I would appreciate that a lot. And let's actually start this video now. So, while I did talk about saying that I want to be more original, I guess by doing that, I have to really fish out the content myself. And I learned you can't really be a good content creator if you don't have the ideas to make content when there isn't some big thing happening. So, I'll start with this. While this is a big thing happening, I'll look at the tweets myself and I'll just react to these replies and tweets about Ludwig that I just... It's so dumb. First, let me say that. So, this mob that he tries to appease to, or had, he might still do that, but I think him defending Ethan was like a really good change of pace, and just something that you wouldn't expect him to do. But this mob of people just keep making shit up about people to feed their own agenda, feed their own moral compass or ego or some shit to seem morally correct. And it's so weird. Not only do I think that... Okay, not only do I think they're trying to be moral correct, but I think that it has happened so much to where they're just trying to feed their own ego and get views and just seem like, hey, I'm cool, I'm good, look at me. That's one of my theories, I guess, about this kind of shit. But there's such disgusting people who just don't fucking take showers, who don't go outside and don't talk to actual people or be considerate people themselves. They lack critical thinking, where they put themselves in someone else's shoes or be empathetic or just, you know, be smart about shit. They all seem really emotional immature to me. And so I'm beginning to think these are just children. Just fucking dumbass kids. Maybe some adults in there too who are just blinded by shit. That just blindly follow these guys because they say the right things. That's it. There's no real uniqueness into this. There's no creativity into this. They just like hearing what they think is right, and that's about it. And then if you don't agree with them, you get called some pretty crazy fucking shit. Okay? Ludwig has been called... Hey, look at that video. People will say this with him. Just a friendly reminder, you're a dumb, retarded... Amen. Maybe you should drink as much as your father did so you could join him. I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, I'd never learned that about Ludwig himself. So, learning about this from a fucking hate DM, a death threat. Put this into perspective. I did not know about Ludwig's father until now. Until a fucking death threat. Think about that. And all he said was, "Lol, we all know one day. God bless you and your family." Which was crazy. I would have probably lost my shit. And he says, "You know what? God bless you and your family as well." What was the point of this? How could you just say that shit and be so heartless while thinking you're so good on the inside when you're not? You're just stupid and ignorant and closed-minded. Let's see here. I watch Ludwig every day, but it's maybe some content. How can someone choose to stay silent on someone defending a genocide? Okay. Again, people making shit up about Ethan defending a genocide, but there's no proof. Okay? because he doesn't do that shit. You know. Let's see here. So now apparently, so if Ludwig is defending genocide, he might be a genocide offender too. Let me slow down. It's just so dumb. But I was actually called slow and racist because of questioning, like, this person being mad at this dude for... Here, let me just pull it up. Hold on. Let me just get it real quick. I'll go over here. It was this. So someone basically drew Emma Frost as black. But that's not the point of what I'm saying here. This is just a fucking picture. That's not the main point. Move on to this. A black guy himself says, could have just drawn a black character. And then this person replied with, stay stupid somewhere else. Animal name. I could say a fucking animal name. I know I can. But in this context, it doesn't really seem right. So I guess I just won't do that. I won't say it. But it's so ironic. People thinking they're being morally correct when they say some shit like this. So they gotta be like fucking immature ass teenagers or some shit, or just adults who grow up with such a weird mindset. Okay. And hold on. What did I say here? If you want to see this, she just said Reyes Hobbs no fucking is in Marvel. Every single character has where the counterparts. It's just whole thing. I could get into it, but it's just, I don't know, man. It's so tiring. There's no point. Hold on. It's here somewhere. I know it is. Okay. Basically, this person calls this guy racist for saying you should draw a white character white and a black character black. If someone drew Storm white, y'all about down, be serious here. And I said, literally, that's what I said. And then this person said, so you're slow and racist. Move along. So now I'm suddenly slow and racist, which is crazy. You know, I'm now some slow and racist guy, even though my best friend is black. That's weird. It's weird, right? Obviously, there's no point like going deep into this. I think this person is just fucking ignorant as shit and just, I don't know, not a critical thinker. It's always an artist too. I don't know why. Not saying that's all artists, but it just always happens to be an artist. But let's get back to like the main thing here with Ludwig. Let's see more of this shit. I'm not gonna like have a long video about this, so I'll just look at some replies and go. But let's see here. Let's see. Even planning for last, you not talk about it. I don't know about that. Ludwig, you will be held to a higher and higher and soon impossible to maintain ethical standard by the very mob you currently wish to please. Then you will make a mistake, and they will devour you. With glee, please take this warning seriously. I liked you. Listen, I think part of why I want to be so honest and transparent with my takes as well is that I want people to know who I am in my content and continue to know who I am and what I believe in further and further, so I don't have to just stay on my fucking tippy toes for a weird ass mob who likes a guy who supports terrorists. Okay? So if you don't like the shit I say here, fucking go. Just go. I don't need people like you to watch my content and just think of me as some racist person. Again, going back to these heavy ass words, calling people racist, genocide offender. People get called pedophiles so fucking loosely with no real proof, okay? If there isn't proof, don't say shit, okay? These are words that could really ruin people's, not just their careers, but their lives. Tectone was a really big victim of this shit, and it was horrible to just see. A lot of people made some shit up about Tectone because their feelings were hurt, and that was it. So they're like, oh, let's say this shit about him and make it up and have no real proof. And then boom, that happens. So, again, I want you guys to know that if you critically think about this shit, people like this who hate on Ludwig, who are hating on Ludwig now for saying what he's saying, you will realize they offer no proof and just say the shit they say. That's it. Okay? Simply because they don't like him. I mean, I don't know. It's really all I got. People call Ethan Klein a harasser as well. And let me tell you now, he is not a harasser. So basically, Ethan Klein is called a harasser because the people harassing him, the streamers harassing him, who are copyrighting his content, are now apparently being harassed, even though Ethan Klein is just defending himself because people are copyrighting his content. And these musty-ass, fucking stinky-ass Redditors are harassing his children. It's crazy. So I am more than happy knowing these Redditors are getting fucking sued along with these Hassan Oberter streamers. If you want to know more about this shit, go watch more Pegasus. I'm not someone who can just cover all this content in one go and just be like, yeah, this, and that. But more Pegasus is really fucking good at slop content. It's so amazing. I say slop, but let's be honest here. He really covers the whole shit rapidly, day after day after day. And I am hard glazing right now, but I'm being so fucking for real. Watch this shit, and you'll realize how messed up Hassan really is, and how messed up these streamers are too. People call Ethan Klein and Ludwig and Tectone and all these other people who are on this, normal ass side. They call them this very, very bad things and send death threats. When all Tectone done is call Frogan fucking fat and get banned for that. While Frogan has said some crazy ass shit about Tectone. Tossing ass heavy words around left after right and not getting banned for that shit. There is a talk and discussion about Twitch being led by by a biased political group of Twitch moderators, which obviously, if you watch all the shit going down, it's true. And who's the fucking guy in charge? Dan Clancy or something? I don't fucking know. He's a gooner who only likes fucking naked girls on Twitch, so they're not gonna get banned either. But I mean, dude, all I can say is really, yeah, it's all happening right in front of your eyes. You realize people are saying this made up shit about them, about content creators, and it can just potentially ruin their lives. Okay, these are people that just want to hear themselves sound right, and that's it. I don't know if it's an ego thing, a fucking hate train thing, but all I know is that they are emotionally immature people who haven't run out of their fucking diapers, and that's about it. I'm not usually like annoyingly talking about this shit, and again, I'm talking about some things that every other content creator has talked about, but I have to say some shit about this, okay? Because people have to open up their eyes and just realize what the fuck is really going on here. Okay? Don't be fooled when a content creator makes some shit up about somebody else without proof to back it up. Okay? And just word of advice, think. Read a book. That's all I can say, really. Again, and when I come back from my trip, I'll be making a lot more original content, which I'll be happy about. I do have a series going on called Dragon's Dogma Online, where I play that game through a private server and just enjoy my time. There's nothing really crazy about that series. I just kind of fuck around and just do random shit. So there's no like plot behind anything. You know what I'm saying? There's no like real story-based thing going on with one episode, second episode, yada yada. It's just me fucking around. But yeah, I will be making more original shit when I'm back, and I'm so excited to do that. Really, I'm ready. I'm ready, but I'm also tired about all that shit I gotta do. It's fucking work. But I think I'm ready to just realize that I have to do this shit now or never. So yeah, if you want to stick around and just see where I go from here, and see what I make when I'm back from my hiatus trip thing, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you later. Later. I'll see you later. Yeah. Do I need some like crazy ass hook to end this shit? Like some kind of punchline? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Goodbye, guys.